Again, Andy with Handy Andy Handyman, and welcome back to a project run through. Again, we're in Marietta today, and we're looking at a home that one of our clients has under contract. And what you're looking at is what we call smooth and beaded masonite siding for the most part. That's what all this is. It's basically a cardboard siding. And so this particular homeowner, whoever had this house before, the only reason the siding's in as good a shape as it is that they hand painted it. And so it's maintained the integrity of the siding. At some point, maybe when they're getting ready to sell this house, or maybe it's a flip, I'm not sure what the history of the house is, but someone has come in and pieced in some of the siding. Siding on chimney just gets totally abused, especially if it's not caulked properly. And so you can't see it real well in the video, but these lower boards where it has a thinner bead in it, see how that line right there, we call the bead, that bevel a bead, and it's real thin there, that's hardy board. And when you move up to right up in here in this area, you'll see how it thickens up. It's easier to see here. So these bottom pieces right here, this is a hardy product, more than likely. Nietzsche doesn't, I don't think, do the smooth and beaded. And see, as you step up here, see how it gets wider, that groove, the bead. So this upper here is masonite, but when you look really closely, I don't know if the camera will pick it up. See the brush strokes in here? So somebody actually hand painted it, and we run into this argument all the time with painting. If you hand paint, you can protect the bottom edge, you can protect the bead. If you spray paint it, there's no protection at all. So most of their siding's in pretty good shape. They did get some rot in this corner where the caulk failed in here. So you got 4 rows of siding right in here. I think it's rows 14 through 17 are rotted here. You can't piece it in, so you end up having to replace it all the way from one side to the other. Here on the chimney, for some reason, I don't think this is hardy trim, but because the caulk failed, you can see that the corner board is actually starting to delaminate it in right here. The camera's not going to pick it up so well. But as you get up here, you can see where the hardy stops, right where this hole is right here. See it right there? Right there, right in there. And that's where the woodpeckers and the birds have been pecking because they hear insect activity. So basically all the remaining siding in the left, the front face, and the right side that isn't hardy will have to be replaced. And you can see what you're looking for on your house is wherever you see black like this where the caulk has failed, you just want to fill that in, because even with a hardy trim, see how it's getting shadowy at the bottom right here? That's where it's lifting and delaminating. So eventually it'll fall apart. We never use hardy trim on all of our projects. We want wood, because the wood, if it's back primed and sealed, it'll never rot. But if it does, it lets you know that there's something wrong. So the chimney's got most of the siding there, needs to be replaced. It's gonna be hard to get it in the camera. Right here on this corner of the gutter, they've got screws in the bottom of the gutter. The camera's not gonna focus for you. This fascia's been repaired before, but it's rotted again on this right side. So we just make that repair. And then on gutters like this, most of the gutter installers in Atlanta, they'll put a mitered gutter, they'll cut it, and they'll put a bunch of screws in the bottom so it's gonna leak. When this buyer has time and money in the budget, we should replace this gutter right here. Has been sectionalized right in the middle, and it should be one continuous run. It's gonna leak there. We'll seal it for them. The sealant we use lasts about 5 years. You just have to redo it every 5 years. Got a little bit of rot in the fascia board right here in this left roof line corner right there. And then when you come around the side here, most of the siding again is in pretty good shape. You can see this is all original siding right here. See the wide bead in it? But they just kept it hand painted. You can see it a little bit better right here. See all the brush strokes in that? So it's more expensive to hand paint, but you can protect your siding, and there's nothing defective about this siding. It's this kind of stuff though that starts costing you money. So if you see that black line, you just want to caulk it up and take care of it. Back around the rear side, the camera may not get it too well, but this whole roof section right here, all this siding needs to be replaced in this area. And then there's a section of siding from here. Basically, you can see these lower rows. This is all hardy. And so you get up in here, see the thickness, and that siding is all shot up through there as well. So from here all the way up to that top corner needs to be replaced. When you come around this area here, at this little window here, the nose is rotted at this small window, so we need to replace that. And then siding from the window right here down, you can see the rot in it as you come through all the way down to the 2 rows here that are our hardy board that were replaced already. On the back of the house, right in this section right here, they've got 3 rows right here at the bottom. You see that shadowing in there? That'll let you know it's delaminated and rotted. So bottom 3 rows here, the rest of it's good. Nothing there. Got a great deck. I can see why I like this house. It's a nice house, great neighborhood. The Murdoch Elementary is right up the street. And you can see the right side of the chimney. Most of this stuff is good until you get right to here. See the wideness? So all the lower pieces here are hardy. All this is hardy until you get right there. And then you go back to rotted siding again. And it's all the way up through. There's a few pieces of hardy in here, but we'll end up replacing them. So all the siding on the right side as well. And then back here on the deck, it's probably not in the inspector's report, but we would add a flashing plate that would be cut into the bottom edge of the deck right here. That's really not an inspection repair for the seller, but it's something the buyers really want to do. It keeps that water from even getting in there in the first place. And then the left to the right of the door here, you got 2 rows of siding here and 2 rows of siding right here. The rest of it's in good shape. If they, you know, if my clients budget up, and a really good way to stay up on a house like this is every year, just budget to caulk and repaint that side of the house. Once you've done that, hand painted it. Once you've done that, then you can probably move to every other year do a side. And if you keep rotating around the house like that, your house will always look good. The siding will never go bad, and you won't be calling me to replace it. My brother and I started this company over 25 years ago now. There's a bunch of us. We run all over Metro Atlanta. You just got to be patient with us. We pretty much do everything when it comes to a house, except for swimming pools and air conditioning. We still hand paint, which is hard to find anybody who does that anymore. We'll only spray a house if it's getting sold. Even decks, we usually hand stain them. It just holds up better. It's better work. You usually see me or guys in one of these trucks. We're in the place. You can reach us at 770-912-2829. Sometimes you can get me at 770-265-9017. Just be patient with us. We run all over the place, doing pretty much everything to make houses homes. You can find us online at HandyANDYFixedIt.xyz. See you at the next house. Bye for now.